Hello there. I just wanted to share with you guys. It's August 7th, about a day before the Lionsgate portal in astrology. And while I myself am not as familiar with astrology and all those different times, I do feel the shifting, I do feel the energies of it and the impact in my life. And it has been a really interesting but also rough week and a half for myself. That's why I haven't been posting. There was so much energy shifting within myself that I was all over the place and I didn't even know what or I was gonna do or talk about. But I realized that that is probably exactly what I did need to talk about, is the shifting of energies and this potency of being able to shift with that extra energy, that you can use these extra energies to let go of things that were stuck, to let go of things that you were looping on, to get yourself out of that loop, kind of like a rocket needing an extra boost to get out of the stratosphere. That's what it feels like for myself, at least, is that there's extra energy to get out of that boost. It's not always comfortable. It's not always easy necessarily, but it's much simpler to be able to let go. There's definitely been deep emotional wounds from my past that have come up, things that I didn't even realize I was holding as a wound, as a trauma. And I am very grateful of having people that I can share these things with that have helped to support me in that. And mostly that helped me tell, it helps when someone tells you, no, you're not crazy. Especially when all of this is really internally shifting and our world is so externally focused. So it doesn't really matter when you hear this message, even if it's in a different time or a different year. You're probably in a space or a time in your life where there's extra energy that can help you shift out of an older paradigm and into a new reality for you. And I think that is the point, is that we have the choice to use that energy as we wish. We have the choice to use it to go further, or we can just let it go by, rattle us in whatever way it wants, almost uncontrollably, maybe even create more chaos in our life and not be able to utilize that energy fully. And I think that is where the introspection comes in, that really knowing yourself. And you don't have to know everything, but you have to be open to allow things to come up. You have to be open to feel your emotions. And you don't have to deal and share right away, but you have to recognize them, and you have to recognize the things that your heart, your mind, and your body is telling you. Because if you are only ignoring yourself, then how can you be who you are? And that is the thing I see the most, is that people are loving, kind people to others, but they're very harsh and controlling over themselves. And I can say that deeply because I have been one of those people that I have treated others with a very high regard and very high levels of standards, but I've treated myself very badly, and mostly with the wordings I used to myself, how I would ignore needs for food, sleep, quiet time, how I would just constantly push through things if someone else needed something, even if it wasn't in alignment with myself. And I think that is the part that a lot of people miss, is that they say, you know, why do bad things happen to good people? Well, how do you treat yourself? You know, you can be apparently a good person because you're being good to others, but you're not being good to yourself, and that can help bring in those energetic frequency of not treating you well. And that is what I want to encourage us all to do on this day, whichever day it is for you in this time. Treat yourself well. Treat yourself the way you deserve to be treated. And if you don't feel like you deserve to be treated well, you know, tell that part of yourself to go screw itself. Because you do. You are a human being in this time and space. You deserve respect. You deserve love. And who best to get it from than yourself? And with that, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day. Love y'all. Bye for now.